You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris. Good Monday morning to you, Mr. Ferris.
Happy 1st of March.
No, it's a whole new month.
It really is.
We're like wrapping up the first quarter.
You know, and I'm already hearing, people buzz when I, stop into stores. I was like, hey, kind of nice weather, like in the 40s all week. And I'm going, do not be fooled. Do not be fooled.
Yeah, we're not done with winter yet.
Yeah, it could get bad.
Even close.
We're just going to take it one day at a time and be happy.
Hey, I've hung out with this lady. Most certainly have. Birthday. Big birthdays. Catherine Bach, Daisy Duke.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's 66 today.
She invented the Daisy Dukes shorts.
She actually, I have a picture of my middle brother, Buddha. You guys have seen the photo. Wearing a pair of Daisy Dukes, posing in front of a hot rod at a car show.
You can't unsee that.
You can't unsee that. You can't forget that.
Oh, yeah. He's made so many bad decisions. It was hilarious. It's like, dude, you're wearing Daisy Dukes. Shut up.
I've never met the guy, but that's all I know about him is the one photo you've shown me. Hey, brother. This is my brother here.
That's all you need to know.
That's your brother?
That's all you need to know.
Does he always wear those short shorts?
He did not, but he was a bodybuilder.
There you go.
In fact, his gym mate before he was governor was actually Jesse Ventura.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, my brother's tight with him, and they used to work out together. Yeah, he was a bodybuilder, so he's at a car show, and I don't know, man, all of a sudden he goes, hey, take my picture, and me and Oogie just lost it. So, dude, where did your clothes go, and what are you wearing? It was hilarious. Dirk Benedict is 76.
And who's Dirk Benedict?
Come on, he was face on the A-Team.
Oh, I loved him.
Are you kidding?
I didn't know his name.
Then he went on, he was one of the featured actors in Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, yeah.
After 18, yeah.
I can't believe I haven't had him on the John and Heidi Show. He's been in two things.
We're all shocked. And you know him, you love him. Our Canadian pop star, Justin Bieber, is 27 today.
Whereas Charlie called him last week Justin Biebler.
You go either way. And again, he made his bones with his initial big hit, Baby.
Yeah.
And I was like, baby, 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 ooh. Like baby, 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 ooh. Like baby, 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 ooh. Thought you'd always be mine, baby, 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 ooh.
Wow.
I know.
We should do dramatic readings of song lyrics.
I don't know who got writing credits for that, but holy moly, man. What's
Dan, you should. Dramatic song lyric readings every day.
You should. It's powerful stuff.
It is. It's amazing how much better they are when you put music to them. When you read the lyrics to songs, it's like, this is insanity.
A lot of song lyrics are just kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
But, that's
you sing
why.
them and you're like, oh, I sing it. It sounds great.
Hey, you don't dance to the words, man. You dance to the beat.
That's right.
true.
Was 1869, this day, United States of America, U.S. postage stamps first showed scenes on the stamps.
Oh, really?
Issued for the very first time, they included a postal horse and rider, a locomotive, a shield, an eagle, and the ship, the Adriatic.
Oh, yeah. If you look really close on the Adriatic, there's a little Bernie Sanders with a mask and mittens on.
There most certainly are. And, of course, Elvis. 1872, Yellowstone becomes the world's very first national park.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that was
Not
the
just
first.
here. It was the world. It was
Globally.
a whole new concept. And in 1909, the very first United States University School of Nursing is established.
Cool.
University of Minnesota.
Okay.
Really?
Strangely enough.
Huh.
Yep. Downside is they had to be Golden Gophers. And being there, and I did some time. I got some credits at the University of Minnesota. Never bought a shirt, never bought a hat. I could not do the Gopher thing. I just couldn't.
I love that.
Better than the Beavers, which was the university in my hometown.
See, I would have rather been a Beaver.
The Buena Vista. Yeah, Buena Vista Beavers.
Would.
The BV Beavers.
Like you've got all these choices, Minnesota. We're going with the Gophers. But we're going to call them Golden Gophers. Yeah, that's still a hard pass there, Dean. But there you go. So
They tried.
I know now. You know, we all know, and let's just get this thing rolling.
We'll do it. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by SiouxEmpireJobs.com.
Do you have a credit card? Is it a pretty good one? Here's how you can tell. Take the details of your current card, the interest rates, points, and perks, and compare them for free to the available offers at bettercreditcards.com. If we can offer you a better credit card, it could save you money every month. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you save money. Even if you don't have a credit card right now, you can still check it out at bettercreditcards.com. Do it today. bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks. Run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Snappy salute. I'm your Wells Ranger Dan, Captain. How you doing over there, Lewis? Heidi.
Ranger Dan.
Just a sparkling little Clint to my dad. You know, we spent the better part of last week, Little Radio Rangers, talking about the wonders of one of the finest critters on God's green earth, and that, of course, is the bald eagle.
Oh, yeah.
Not just any bald eagle, the American bald eagle, because it is fairly indigenous to North America, which is nice. You aren't going to find the bald eagle just anywhere on the planet. We kind of own that bad boy, and that's just a great, great thing. So
That's right.
Let's wrap up the series on bald eagles with a couple of pretty fantastic facts right here. Did you know they're not called bald-eagled for a lack of hair? Heck no. That word bald actually comes from an Old English word pronounced bald but spelled B-A-L-D-E,
Okay.
Really?
which in Old English means white.
That makes sense.
So there you go.
So they have a bald head, meaning a white head.
Because of their glorious, unique white head. So,
Okay.
unlike John Travolta, bald eagles are not bald. Bald eagles don't mess around. Here's the deal. When something kind of comes their way that's kind of bad news, say, for instance, should their nest be damaged, should their nest be destroyed, you know what happens there?
What's that?
They've been known to forgo eating and sleeping for a whole long time to get busy and get that nest back to how it's supposed to be.
Cool.
They will go around the clock to fix up what's been done. Absolutely nothing like hiring your brother-in-law 2 years ago to build that new deck because you thought it was a good idea when he said, hey, just pay me in beer. This is fascinating. Typically, the female bald eagle outweighs the male bald eagle up to 25%.
Holy cow.
The ladies tip the scale at between 12 and 14 pounds,
Okay.
while the guys weigh in closer to 7 to 10 pounds.
Huh.
Now, anytime you see a mated pair of bald eagles fighting, it's usually around molting season, and it's generally because the female has asked the male if he thinks her new tail feathers make her butt look big. that's just a little Ranger Dan humor, and judging from your two's responses. By little, I mean very, very little, next to none. Well, that's all the time we have today, Little Radio Rangers. I sure hope you learned something. That's why we're here, and that's why we do Critter Corner. And again, I can't stress this enough. You aren't going to hear this on NPR. Next time is Ranger Dan out. Say it with me.
Yes, sir.
I really need to quit drinking.
I really need to give up drugs.
It's not going to be easy, but we'd love to help. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most, and addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. We want to help. timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Time now for your morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. And we've got Mr. Dan Farris back in the studio right now with everything we need to know today.
Not even close, John, but we'll take a shot. First, a little bit of business. Want to welcome Russ and Chris and Scott and the whole darn crew from Crossroads Book and Music.
Absolutely.
On
I'm
board.
so excited about
We are very
this.
excited about this.
Yeah, they will be our sponsor of our 1 minute devotional
Yep.
that that we do, and some other pretty cool things moving forward. That
Can we talk about what we're doing next month, or is it top secret?
Oh, it's a kind of boy, just put it this way: next month, every single day, Monday through Friday, we're going to be doing something pretty special here on Sunny.
Yeah,
and that is in conjunction with Crossroads.
And I'll say this: if you are a member of the clergy,
and it's going to be huge fun too,
church, reach out now, save your spawn. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, if you're a priest, a padre, a pastor, a rabbi, whatever the case may be, you work in one of our many churches here in Sioux Falls, get a hold of us. We're going to fix your wagon.
Yeah,
that's right. It's going to be great.
Like 22 different guests next month.
Yeah, so Crossroads, cool. All right, here we go. This is kind of neat, and I don't know if you have heard of this film or not, but it's getting great buzz. It's called Nomadland.
Oh, I've seen
the movie. Was produced 2018. Now it's all finished and it's been released, and it's getting lots of accolades from lots of people. There were scenes shot here in South Dakota.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so there's a little story here from Kello that has to do with tourism, and people who are in charge of tourism state going, this is going to be great for tourists. People are going to see this movie and go, oh my goodness, Badlands are beautiful. In fact, they filmed a scene with one of the movie's stars. You know her, you love her. What's her name? I don't know. I forgot. She was in Fargo, McDormand. So what was her name?
Dylan McDermott?
No. Female. I'll get to it. Whatever. But they stopped everything. Stopped down after hours at Wall Drug.
Frances McDormand,
right? And it's actually about a woman who travels through the western part of the country in a van, like nomadically. That's what the story is kind of about. But yeah, some key scenes were shot through the Badlands and at Wall Drug. Which should be kind of cool. And I've just got to say this. Okay, I'm a Minneapolis kid, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I would travel south on occasion, especially when I landed here in '87. And I had never been West River for years and years and years, but I would go far enough west where I'd see the signs, the Wall Drug signs, which they're kind of famous for.
Yep.
You know, the free ice water thing and where the heck is Wall Drug and all that.
Ice coffee.
And it always piqued my interest. And so it wouldn't be until I want to say 96 or 97, so almost 10 years after being here, that I finally got out West River, that I finally went through the Badlands for the first time, which was mind-blowing. Yeah. And then we stopped at Wall Drug.
Yeah.
And I said, are you kidding me?
You every 2 feet.
You cannot be serious.
So what you're saying is they need a few more signs.
No,
is that what you're saying?
You almost missed it.
No, I think maybe I was expecting a little more.
I think it's pretty cool, actually.
Oh, and wait a minute. This is a tourist trap? Is this like the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota? What just happened to me?
We've been to both of those, Dan.
I've been there too. I love the biggest ball.
So yeah, it's nice getting noticed. People love the movie, and it includes South Dakota. So there you go, a little feather in her cap.
Yeah, I saw the info for that. I've not seen the movie. We'll have to check it out. And I did look it up to see what her name was, and it is Frances McDormand.
Frances McDormand, and the actor who she co-stars with. But according to the vice president of Wall Drug, she says besides those two, the scene they shot for this, it's all real employees and staff members.
Oh, fun.
Nice.
Movie,
yeah. That's fun.
Some guy in there selling polished rocks.
Yeah, in fact, they said one of her crew had to go and get the actors' uniforms and get them up to speed on how to act and how to behave in this situation and stuff. So,
nice.
yeah, those are not extras.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that a lot.
That's actually the staff and crew from Wall Drug in the movie.
Walk in here and buy a polished rock this summer, and you're going to meet them people.
Yeah, they're all out there.
People.
As featured in Nomadland. Yep. You know the billboard's going up.
Yep.
You know it is.
They're all looking for agents now, too.
I guarantee you that billboard's going to be up before this summer's here. Well, Dan, thank you for that update. That's cool.
Yeah, you betcha.
I would have thought you would have saved that for entertainment news, because it's kind of entertainment news.
You know,
too.
I kind of bounced between the two, but this is local.
It was local. It's good. All right. We do have entertainment news to get to. We'll have that here before you know it. And I'm going to have a nice little interview here. Actually recorded it over the weekend, so you might have heard it this weekend a couple of times. But it has to do with the PPP loans from the SBA. And there's some good news about small businesses. And then starting, I believe, today, they've got another thing for like sole proprietors. But we got all the details coming up in just a bit. If you could do something today that could save someone's life, would you do it? If it didn't cost you a dime and only took a little time and could literally save a life, would you do it? Can you believe that only 3% of people say yes to this? How's that possible? That's the real percentage of people who give blood. It's something you can do whether you're a millionaire, middle class, or completely poor. There's no fee and it's easy to do. And you can literally save a life. Let's roll up our sleeves and make a difference. Give blood. We can do better than 3%. Learn more at redcrossblood.org. Time now for a bright spot of news brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine and Sioux Falls. They can brighten any room with a beautiful light fixture. Right now, we are going to brighten your day with some awesome news. I've got Jamie Elwood, District Director of the South Dakota District Office of U.S. Small Business Administration, and I've got Jamie on the line right now. How you doing, Jamie?
Hello.
You've got some
for having us back to show these amazing updates.
Well, I was going to say, you've got some exciting news that just happened recently, so we should probably talk about this because the window on this is not a real long window, is it?
No, it's not. We actually have some major updates happening with the COVID-19 economic response programs. The flagship program has been the Paycheck Protection Program, also known as PPP. And on February 22nd, the President announced from the White House. He actually had a live announcement on this, but they also put it out on whitehouse.gov fact sheet that the PPP is going to be reformed for the remainder of the time that it's open, which is up until March 31st, to be more inclusive and available to the smallest of small businesses. So what that means is to actually February 24th through March 9th, so for a 2-week period, the application for PPP is only going to be open for businesses that have 20 employees or less.
And this is probably when you add that up, that's a bunch of businesses. And this is probably most businesses, really, when you think about it. A lot of small businesses wouldn't have a bunch of employees.
We have around 88,000 small businesses in South Dakota, and most of them have less than 10 employees. But there are small businesses all the way up to 500 employees, even here in South Dakota. So some of the manufacturing businesses are a great example of that. And so that even includes, the rural pockets of South Dakota. So outside of Sioux Falls and outside of Rapid City, where there's more population, there are many manufacturing small businesses that are located in the smaller towns. And so so right now for PPP, before this new 2-week period kicked off, this first draw, which means if you hadn't received a PPP previously, you could get in on a first draw. You may be eligible because they did relax some of the guidelines from last year, the parameters, when it first opened. So this reopened the total program back in January. And so it was open for the first draw to small businesses that had up to 500 employees. The second draw, that means if you already took out a PPP previously last year, you may be eligible for a second draw on this. Now, the second draw employee count was up to 300 employees. So we had quite a few manufacturers and other types of industries that had, a lot of employees, like hotel industry, for instance, that were coming back for a second draw. Well, now they've narrowed that application window to make it more exclusive to the small businesses that have less than 20 employees. And here's one of the main reasons. The partner lenders of SBA have been facilitating the Paycheck Protection Program application process. So you have to go to a local lender to get your application in, and then the lender uses a platform to send it, up to SBA for final approval. Well, the lenders are having to work on applications from all the different sizes of small businesses. So this way, it gives them a chance to only concentrate for 2 weeks on those businesses that have less than 20 employees. So it frees up some of their time to be able to, help some of these smallest of small businesses really get access to this program.
I think that's fantastic. If somebody listening would like to learn more, where do I go online to find all of the details here?
Yeah, if you want to find facts about the PPP reform, you can go to HTTPS actually, ://whitehouse.gov, or you can also go to sba.gov/SD for South Dakota to find out the details on the COVID-19 response. And we do have many other programs that are available too. There are some other updates that are going to be coming out as well. That will be announced starting the first part of March. So the early part of March, we'll see some more. That's going to open it up for to allow for the application sole proprietors, independent contractors, and self-employed individuals to receive more financial support by revising the PPP's funding formula for these categories of applicants.
As we get closer to that, I look forward to visiting with you again and getting all of the details. Jamie, thank you so much for taking the time to chat.
You bet. Have a great day.
Again, Jamie Wood, and she is with the U.S. Small Business Administration based in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And if you would like to learn more, I've got a link to all of this on our Facebook page, but you can simply go to sba.gov.
Do you have a credit card? Is it a pretty good one? Here's how you can tell. Take the details of your current card, the interest rates, points, and perks, and compare them for free to the available offers at bettercreditcards.com. If we can offer you a better credit card, it could save you money every month. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you save money. Even if you don't have a credit card right now, you can still check it out at bettercreditcards.com. Do it today. bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, ChannelSurferTV.com presents entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Celebrities, also guys, dying, fabulous. Pop culture, things have been around certainly all my life, and you know how much I love change. I just adore it. Every morning,
you do.
Every morning I get up and I go, oh, who will pull the rug out from under me today? That would be fantastic. While the tentacles of wokeism just try to wrap themselves around me, and I go, no, thank you. So I'm just a lad, right? I'm just a lad growing up in Northeast Minneapolis. My older brother Oogie. We would normally get, a lot of times kind of identical gifts for Christmas.
Oh yeah,
right.
So we could play together and whatnot.
Things made sense.
Yeah, and I remember we got these little boxes for Christmas, and it's like, well, what's in here? Like plastic parts, what? Blah, 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 blah. It was like, almost the first launch of Mr. Potato Head. But back then, you did not actually get the plastic or whatever potato. You used a real potato.
Oh, yeah.
And that's really what the toy first was.
It was a potato, but it was just the accessories that you were
buying.
buying.
And your folks had to hand you a real spud, which wouldn't last for long, and so you did whatever, and that potato would rot. Well, I'm sure my mom, when we were done 3 or 4 days with that potato, she'd cook them up and feed them to us. That's a whole different issue.
Wait a minute, is this Charlie?
And the thing has morphed as we've gone along, and they became really popular again, of course, with the advent of the Toy Story
that
film franchise.
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head both featured in that.
Well, here's the deal. Hasbro, the company that developed and been doing Mr. Potato Head for, darn near 70 years, is dropping the Mr. from Mr. Potato Head.
It'll just be Potato Head now?
Renaming the plastic spud to the gender-neutral Potato Head.
Huh.
Just Potato Head.
Were there confusion?
Well,
there's people upset.
According to a company spokesman, Hasbro is making sure all feel welcome in the Potato Head world by officially dropping the Mr. from the Mr. Potato Head brand name and logo to promote gender equality and inclusion. Because I can't count the times when I walked into a daycare when my kids were little where there'd be some child just super bummed out because Mr. was right there on the box.
Yeah.
They have a Mrs. Potato Head, too. Is that
Both
changing
of them
as
are
well?
going away.
No, there's no Mr. or Mrs. No.
So no Mr. Potato Head, no Mrs. Potato Head. No, it's just Potato Head.
Correct.
Huh.
The rebranded toy will launch this fall, so make darn sure that they all sit there in a warehouse.
Could you imagine going back in time and having to explain this decade to somebody from 1984? This is what it's going to be like. This is what's going to be happening.
I can't explain this decade to me.
I know.
So wait a minute. They're offended by syrup, pancakes, and Mr. Potato Head? What? How is this possible? No, here's honestly, at the end of the day, if they want to do that, do whatever they want to do. It's not going to affect my life at all. At all. I mean, it doesn't affect me at all. I see people online getting a little upset about all this
but you
stuff.
know how many of those things I have bought in my life? I can tell you I will never buy another one as a gift. If they do that, it won't be done.
Well, I think what's happened is just things have gotten people over there. I mean, this was done in a board of directors meeting for Hasbro. Yeah. These are some smart, tight, moneyed people.
Yeah.
And but they get this pressure and they're going, well, we really don't want any trouble, and whatever. Is it a big deal? And to me, it's like, if they hadn't done this, would anybody ever say anything ever? The answer is no. But here we are, and now people are talking about it. Is it positive? Is it a negative? I guess it depends your entire perspective on life.
I just thought of something. Sunny from Sunny Radio is gender neutral. Is Sunny a he? Is Sunny a she? We have been trendy and we didn't even know it.
I don't know. The logo is rocking aviator shades.
I've seen ladies,
but
neutral.
That's non-binary.
Yeah.
Sunny non-binary radio is what it is. It has been for 11 years. I see a new billboard coming.
Technically, their name alone has bro. That's got to change.
Oh, yeah. Wow. I wonder if anyone's going to call the board of directors on this one. And see what you started here.
I think I'll be making a phone call.
I didn't start anything.
You brought it up.
I mean, this story just blasted off my homepage at me. I'm going, what? We're doing what?
We are all so confused. Well, Dan, thanks for coming in, man.
It's a potato.
It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by ShopLocalSiouxFalls.com.
I really need to give up drugs.
I really need to quit drinking.
It's not going to be easy, but we'd love to help. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most, and addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. We want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Monday, March 1st, 2021. The equities market closed lower on Friday to close out what was a down week for the market. The takeaway for investors is that Friday's action closed below the important 30-day moving average that had been acting as support. A close below this level could indicate a change in near-term trend, and that could mean further losses in the days and weeks to come. This week, investors should be on the lookout for a host of economic data, including the all-important non-farm payroll report. Labor-related data points released during the month suggest that the labor conditions were little changed during the month, but there could be some big surprises in the data. Other data points that could move the markets this week include the ISM report on manufacturing and services, as well as the construction spending and factory orders data. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.